Hi ladies, I wanted to continue talking about the 3 weeks since I think it's a really important time to give ourselves a little bit of space to think about what we want and what our goals are during this busy time of year. I know a lot of us, like I had mentioned, are dealing with camps and a change in routines, which can be really hard on mothers, whether kids start camp later and end earlier. That can make a difference to your day, which is really understandable. At the same time, when we think about the 3 weeks, we really want to kind of slow down even more. Part of our life throughout the year is to slow down as much as possible, to be able to connect to what we're doing, to be able to connect to Hashem through what we're doing, which is part of our avoda. But during the 3 weeks, I think there's this kind of extra layer of connection, and we're trying to kind of reset our compass. And I think for many years, when we thought about the 3 weeks, when we thought about Tisha B'Av, we were mourning the loss of the Beis HaMikdash. Until recently, I started learning something really interesting that completely shifted the way I thought and think of the Beis HaMikdash. When we think about what the Beis HaMikdash stood for, it was a physical representation of Kedusha in this world. And we needed that after the Chet HaEgel, when we got the Mishkan. Hashem knew that when the Jewish people sinned with the golden calf, he realized something. He said, these human souls, which is what we are, we're human souls, need a physical representation of holiness in this world. It's not enough for them to have this emotional and spiritual understanding of holiness. They actually have to see it. They have to be able to touch it. They have to be able to go into it. They have to be able to smell the korbanos of the Mishkan and the bread of the Mishkan, and to see the curtains and feel the curtains and make the curtains and have instruments that they could hear with their ears. Hashem recognized in that moment, the moment of the Chet HaEgel, that we're not ready for pure spirituality. We actually need something physical with us to connect us. And that's when the Beis HaMikdash used to be originally only for the other nations in the world to connect to Hashem with, which is a huge, huge game changer. Originally, the Beis HaMikdash was for the other nations in the world to connect to Hashem. It was their pipeline. Like, look, you want to see holiness? Look at this incredible representation of holiness in this world. But after the Chet HaEgel, Hashem said, I think the Jewish people also need it. I think they also need something that's going to inspire them, something that they're going to see and they're going to stand a little taller. They're going to feel a little bit more connected. They're going to feel just moved. And that's what the Beis HaMikdash was. Ladies, nowadays that we don't have the Beis HaMikdash that we so badly need, we still need a physical representation of Kedusha in our lives. We need to have this incredible structure that we can look at and gain from, whether that is to go to a shiur physically in person and learn in person with other women, whether it's to have a rebbitzin that we look up to and we say, look at her tznius, I can't even fathom her tznius. We need physical representations of Kedusha in our lives. The Zohar, I believe, tells us that just the Shabbos candles can be one of those incredible representations of holiness that clean our eyesight like nothing else. When you look at the light of the Shabbos candles, when you look at your chalos, when you look at a beautiful siddur, when you look at someone dressed and acting in the ways of Hashem, think, this is my temporary Beis HaMikdash for me. I need something. I need to look at it. I need to see it and to be there and to feel it and to see the light and to experience it in a physical way, because Hashem knew we needed that. And right now we don't have it, but we're going to have to implement it into our lives somehow. If there's something that inspires you, please DM me. I would love to hear what little Beis HaMikdash you have in your life and how, Amir Hashem, that makes you feel connected so that we can truly bring the real Beis HaMikdash really soon.